These are the biggest games coming to PS5 in December of 2025. Hey everyone, Aiden here from Push Square, and if you can believe it, it's December, and with it is the arrival of a surprising amount of games, considering that things are usually winding down around now. But yeah, there's some good stuff to look forward to. But before we get started, remember to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to stay up to date with the world of PlayStation. I really would appreciate it. But anyway, let's get into it with 11 of the biggest games heading to PS5 in December. On the first day of the month, we have Marvel Cosmic Invasion, dropping on both PS4 and 5. This is an arcadey styled action beat 'em up where you can choose between 15 different Marvel heroes to take on the deadly Annihilation Wave. You have everyone from Iron Man to Black Panther, Spider-Man to Venom. It's got a cool Saturday morning cartoon vibe about it, with visuals that hark back to a very visually distinct era of Marvel. What's better though is that you can play all of it with your friends in drop-in, drop-out, local and online multiplayer. Looks like good fun. Destiny is back with another expansion, but this one is a little bit different. Dropping on December 2nd, Renegades is a collaboration between Destiny and Star Wars, which has in a lot of ways been a long time coming. Now this isn't just Star Wars stuff suddenly being in Destiny. The team at Bungie are assuring us that they are weaving Star Wars inspired iconography across locations, weapons, armor and so on into the pre-existing world of Destiny. So it definitely has the aesthetic appeal, but will it have the content to back it up? Well, that's something we'll need to find out. Let It Die Inferno is a third-person action survival roguelike where you play as an immortal adventurer called a raider. You're shot down into hell from 30,000 feet in the sky, where you will face all manner of strange hybrid creatures in the hunt for an earth-ruling artifact called the Eye of the Reaper. You're in a race against a mega corporation called Yotsuyama, and while the challenge ahead of you will be tough, death is not the end, as you can get a new body every time. This looks a bit weird and wacky, and has the potential to be a lot of fun, I think. It's dropping on PS5 December 3rd. The Octopath series returns this December with a prequel entry set in the realm of Orstera. Octopath Traveller 0 tells a tragic tale as the protagonist's hometown of Wishvale is destroyed. You then must embark on an adventure where it's down to you whether you chase restoration or revenge. This is another HD 2D RPG that for the first time includes a character creation system and town building mechanics to restore your devastated home. The break and boost battle system returns with 8 character command-based battles and over 30 travellers to mix and match. Octopath Traveller 0 launches on PS4 and 5 December 4th. The very same day, Elden Ring Nightreign gets its first dealing of paid DLC. This is the online co-op rendition of Elden Ring, where players must survive 2 day cycles and 2 bosses from across the Souls series before facing a big Night Lord boss. There's 8 to beat of them as well. Now online co-op Elden Ring might put some of you off, but man, this is just a great time. I highly recommend it. Now though, we have a DLC, The Forsaken Hollows, which includes 2 additional Nightfarer classes, 2 new bosses, a new Shifting Earth event and more. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's not as big a DLC as I thought it would be, but it's still relatively cheap. And like I say, the base game is a lot of fun, so more of that is a good thing. Thief VR Legacy of Shadows also drops on December 4th, and this is pretty much Vertical Games' yearly PSVR 2 release. These guys are monsters when it comes to getting these games out quickly, but don't let that lead you to believe that they're rushed. Its last 2 games, Arizona Sunshine 2 and especially Metro Awakening, were amongst the best games on the PSVR 2 in my opinion. This entry is much more of a stealth game, as of course you would expect from the Thief series. You'll be tactically pinching pockets and avoiding guards, using a suite of gadgets, the shadows, and a fair degree of patience. And most levels are designed so that you have multiple options. I can't wait to check this one out. The latest Xbox release to drop on PlayStation 5 is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. which arrives on December 8th. This is of course your worldwide simulator experience where you can fly a host of aircraft around your hometowns. Now I think I played this when it first came out, flew into my house, called it a day, but some people are really into these games. And if you've played this before, it's actually interestingly getting a few perks thanks to the PS5. For one, there will be PS5 Pro support, and secondly, down the line, not at launch that is, it'll be getting PSVR 2 support, which will be a huge boon for those that love games like, Gran Turismo 7. In addition though, you have years of updates, and you could weirdly spend a fortune on this game if you really wanted to. The big edition on the PS Store, it's £200. Also on December 8th, PS5 sees the release of Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. This is the critically acclaimed origin story and prequel to the Yakuza series, where as Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima, you must fight and navigate your way through the crime-laden streets of Tokyo and Osaka. This remaster is said to be built from the ground up, with new cutscenes digging into more backstories, added language support, and even online multiplayer with the Red Light Raid mode, where you can take down hordes of enemies with friends, choosing from 60 playable characters. I'm getting a wee bit of deja vu here because once again we have Terminator 2D No Fate in the monthly games video. This was delayed from October to November, then November to December. So fingers crossed it actually launches when it says it will on December 12th. This is a 2D arcadey side-scroller set in and around the events of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's filled with some action-packed levels which can really change with its higher difficulty modes, and features a blend of scene recreations from the movie along with some of its own stuff. Now for the arcade fans out there and Terminator fans, I hope this one has been worth the wait, I really do. On December 12th, Code Violet launches on the PS5. This is a third-person action horror game set in an apocalyptic world where humans are on the brink of extinction due to sterility. But there is also dinosaurs there, because, of course. In a desperate bid to survive, humans use time travel technology to abduct women to be surrogates. Then you play as one of these abducted women who must now survive against the swarming dinosaurs and uncover the dark secrets of humanity's last colony, Aeon. I mean, that's a pretty heavy concept. The trailers don't have me entirely convinced, but I suppose we'll see when it finally drops. And lastly, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. You know that game that came out a couple of years ago? Yeah, well, it's got a sort of surprise DLC dropping this month, which ties directly into the new movie, Avatar: Fire and Ash. It's a standalone story DLC where you play as Solek, a fan favourite character from the main campaign, who must bring the fight to the villainous Ash clan, who have teamed up with the RDA to take over the Kinglor Forest. This is a bit of a two-parter though, because on top of the new story content, which drops on December 19th, the same day as the new movie, Frontiers of Pandora is also finally dropping the long-requested third-person mode a couple of weeks earlier on December 5th. I've actually played the third-person mode and some of its DLC, so you'll need to keep an eye out on the channel for when my preview drops, but it's cool to see the Avatar. I'm a big Avatar guy, it's nice to see it getting some love here. So that's it for 2025. Which of these games do you think you'll pick up to round off the year? Let me know down in the comments below, and as always, I really would appreciate it if you gave the video a like, and if you were so inclined, subscribe to the channel for more PlayStation video content just like this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That's it from me today, so until next time, I've been Aaron, and this has been Push Square.